Geeta, we are going to do the shloka 14th of chapter 2. So now, we know that in the Gita, now the Krishna is talking, right? The Krishna part has started. Now the Krishna is saying things to Arjun. I know it has been 1.5 month. We haven't read the Gita, so maybe you guys forgot that where we were. So he's saying that, O son of Kunti, bodily senses objects which give rise to the feelings of heat and cold. Now, understand, I want everyone to understand and write it down because this is the second chapter of Gita, which is very, very important to understand. Are transitory and fleeting. Therefore, Arjuna, bear these patiently with, remain unaffected by them or ignore them. So this is a very important thing. Like what he is talking here, he's talking about the sense objects give rise to the feeling of heat and cold, pleasure and pain. And for everyone, it is important to understand what does the pleasure and pain means here, and what is the cold and heat. What does all these things mean here? What is the meaning for these things? So the word here, the first word in the Sanskrit here starts Matra Sparshatu. I wanted to write down the meanings and everything. Matra Sparshatu is uh, the first word which starts this shloka. It means that matra and the sparsh. So the matra means me and the sparsh here. The sparsh means senses, my senses. The first meaning is that, the first word meaning is my senses. So, in the eyes of Vedanta or higher philosophy, we all consider ourselves as subjects, right? And these, whatever things are around us, the sensory organs and everything, we consider it like an object. So, the objects, these sensory things, give us sensation in our body, and we know that, right? When it's, our skin feels cold, our skin feels warm, we see something, we get angry, we see something, we get happy, we hear something, we get angry, again we hear something, we get sad or depressed, or all kind of these emotion work on that. So what happened, these kind of sensations and feelings are only felt by subjects. You and I, we are one who get these kind of feelings, right? But the objects never get these kind of feelings, right? The object never get feeling, only the subjects get these kind of feeling. So second word is here, Shitoshna Sukhada Dukhada. So sheath means being cold. Ushna means being hot. And with that is related being happy and being sad. Sukh and dukh, being things according to you and things not according to you. So what happened? So many times we have favorable, like things which are unfavorable for us, and the things which are according to us and things which are not according to us. So when the things are not according to us, what happen? We feel pressure, we feel pain, we feel sad, we feel depressed, all these kind of things come to us. When the things are according to us, what happen? When whatever you want, it happen, it manifests, what happens? You suddenly become very happy. You feel very lighter, right? You enjoy, you celebrate that things are according to you. Hmm? So now we have to understand everything is changing all the time, right? Time is moving very fast, things are changing. So when the things are changing, what is happening? The feeling of being happy, like being very cold, being very happy, being very nice, it will rise, then it will end. Then the feeling of sad and unsatisfaction will rise and it will end, right? So these feelings are not permanent. These all feelings have a starting point, these all feelings have an end point. And it is a cycle, it goes in cycle, it goes in cycle all the time. So Krishna is telling Arjun that this will be going on, these feelings will be going on all the time. These are temporary things, nothing is permanent. So when the things are not according to you, when you are sad, you can understand that this is okay, the things are not according to me, but it's not going to be same. My entire life is not going to be like this. Everything changes, so these things will be slowly changing. So according to these things, we should not decide anything in our life. If something happened today which is not good for me, it doesn't mean that my life is done. Or if the things are happening according to me, it doesn't mean that my life is full of happiness and it will be full of happiness all the time. No, it's a cycle. Things will come, things will go, things will come, things will go. And what you have to do, you have to not get too attached with any of these feelings. When things are according to you have to maintain your center position. When things are not according to you, at that condition also, you have to be in the center all the time. You don't have to go or react too much with the feelings. Things will happen. So, after that, in this shloka, the Krishna use a word called anitya. Anitya means that nothing is permanent. Nitya means permanent. And anitya means nothing is permanent. When nothing is permanent, then why to worry? And why to become too happy also? Right? Whatever situation comes, just be with that. Just be. Be like a watcher, like how Ramana Maharishi says. Become the watcher. Let the pain also go and let the happiness also go. Don't associate yourself too much with the feelings. If you see our body also doesn't remain same. If we see from the biology what happened, all the cells are dying and new cells are has being created every moment in our body also. What are you now? In next second, you will be a different person. We all change every moment. Something is adding in our thought process and something is going away all the time, and we are continuously changing. So Krishna is saying, when so much change is happening, why to get attached to anything? Now again Krishna tells Arjun here that things will happen, good and bad will be continuously happening. You need to have patience, dhira. You need to become a dhira. You need to have a patience. If there is no patience, what happens? People get affected too fast with any kind of condition. If something good happens, they will start dancing. If little bit bad happens, they will start crying. So Krishna is telling that you have to become more and more patient because the journey is tough. And to going towards the higher consciousness, you have to just walk. You need to have patience. Now, again, Krishna here talked about a word called titiksha. Titiksha means walking on the path of dharma, walking on the path of truth, and having lots of patience. So Krishna is saying that you need to have titiksha, you need to have this patience inside you, and then you have to walk on dharma and on the path of the truth. But many times what happens? Krishna again, he's making Arjun understanding that you need to know what is right or wrong. Many times what happens? People are adharmic. They don't have right goal in front of them. In that condition also, when you see from outside, what you will see? That the person is having so much patience, and the person is working with all of the discipline towards to reach to that goal, right? Many of the evil people, many of the people who doesn't have anything good for humanity, when you look from far, they also look very patientful, they also look very hardworking. So Krishna encountered here. He said that, okay, I'm telling about work with patience, with hard work, but always think, use your intelligence and see what is the end goal. According to end goal, then you see that, okay, is this having patience on this path is good, working on this path is good, or this is not going to give any good result. Don't admire anyone if you see that somebody is very disciplined or somebody is working very hard, very patiently. Look at their goal, what they are going to do, what is the end result. For example, Krishna, here we can give an example of Duryodhan. Duryodhan was also preparing for the fight. He spent so many years. He prepared himself, very disciplined life. He was very nice to everyone, very focused, very patient. But his end goal was wrong. He was on adharma. He did not wanted to give the land to Pandavas. He wanted to keep everything by himself. So his end goal was zero. It was adharmic. In that condition, how much effort, how much patience you are putting, it is not going to change your situation at all. Maybe at last you can be a winner by getting the land. In some cases, it can happen. But then also, it is not going to take you anywhere in your spiritual life and you will not feel any happiness. Then another example, like Ravan. Ravan, everyone knows like Ravan was so much learned person. He had so much knowledge. He was hardworking, very disciplined, a sadhak, a yogi, a Brahman, everything he was, a worshipper. But his end goal was wrong. He wanted Sita. His end goal was wrong. So it doesn't matter how much effort he put, how much he walked on that path, his patience is everything, just took him towards the destruction. So if the end goal is not good, whatever you are doing, everything will take you towards the destruction. It's not going to help you at all. So eyes should be always on the end goal and always try to think before doing anything. You can use your intelligence that, okay, there the wisdom comes, intelligence comes in knowing what is right and what is wrong. So being patient also all the time doesn't mean that you are being very good or your goal is very good. And then again in this shloka, Krishna added, like it's a two-line shloka with beautiful, beautiful meaning. Then again he added that when you are patiently working towards a goal, right? When you are patiently working towards a goal, you will find out that there is suffering, right? There is suffering. But your suffering should, during the process, when you start, there will be suffering. But slowly, slowly, as you go further in the path, your suffering should slow down. It should become lesser and lesser. When you see that you are putting 100% effort and your suffering is not coming down, then at that point, drop your ego and understand that your path is wrong, your goal is wrong, something is not good. So when you see Duryodhan and Ravan, they both knew that their suffering is getting increases day by day. They were in the war. They were losing their family members. They lost their entire family. So suffering was increasing day by day. But then also their ego was so big that they were not able to see that their end goal is wrong. It is adharma. So how we have to live, how many things in this shloka we learned? First thing, it will be hot and cold. It will be happiness and sadness. Don't get attached anything to too much. Why we don't have to get attached? Because everything changes. Nothing is permanent. When everything is changing, then these things will also change. Today you are sad, tomorrow you will be happy. Today you are happy, tomorrow you are going to be sad. So don't get attached to any of these feelings. They will come and they will go. In any situation, put your focus patiently and walk towards your goal. While walking towards your goal, try to understand, is it dharmic or is it adharmic? Is it right or is it wrong? How to know it is right or it is wrong? The end result will tell us. The end part will, our goal will tell it. If somebody is working and showing off that they are too much into work, their life is very disciplined, they are very patient, don't get affected too much by it. Always see that what is the end result of that work, what the work is giving, like what is it going to do for the humanity. Is it going to change something in everyone's life? If not, then no. The whole hard work and patience, it doesn't have any value at that time. Then, when the journey starts, right, there will be suffering, there will be hard time. As you are walking towards, if the suffering is not coming down, then have a doubt that something is not working here. Something is not good. Let me check it. If you are on the right path, initially there will be problems, there will be suffering, but slowly as you proceed, you will become more and more strong, more centered, more loving. You will have so much compassion. All these good virtues will start coming to you, and your suffering will reduce. If these things are not happening, then understand that something is wrong here. Right? So he's telling Arjuna that be patient, but don't have patience if something is not good, if something is not right. So patience doesn't mean that if something is very bad around, we have to support it or we have to support the bad people. No. Patience is needed for the good things. And then you look at all the world leaders, like real leaders, like who created big countries. And when you see like Mahatma Gandhi and other people, they all had so much patience. They were suffering in their life, but when they started walking towards, the suffering came down. They did what they wanted to do for the humanity. All these big leaders and big people, all the big saints, right? So then he said that whenever you get a glimpse that something is unreal, something is very cheap, something it doesn't make sense or it doesn't have a value inside it, Please step back. Don't put any effort because everything will be totally waste. But if something in front of you is worth, is truthful, it's pure dharmic, it's going to change everything, then if you have to die for it, be ready to die also. So in this shloka, the shloka 14th, this many things were there. Any questions?